Hi friends, I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'm joining you today with a very glowy complexion, and that is because we're going to do a first impression in the new for the new Chanel Le Blanc whitening compact foundation, long lasting radiance and thermal comfort. So one of the new technology that they have in this compact is extremely beautiful. First of all, because the packaging is in all white. My little one has this like black or like grey imperfection on it, which really annoys me, but that's not the point. So within this powder foundation there is the technology of a smart thermal complex, specially designed for Asian skin. This unique and gentle complex helps the skin protect itself against aggressions that occur due to sudden climate change. So it's really good for those ladies who work in the office, because when you come from a aircon environment to the outside where it's really hot and humid, this powder hopefully can help you out in that sense. Sorry, I have hair all over me. But this is what the compact looks like. Inside it looks like it has a puff, and I'm going to be trying out with the puff today and also with a brush, because I normally do my powdering with a brush, and this is what the powder looks like. The powder is extremely finely milled. One of the reasons I got this powder is because the ladies at Chanel was saying this is like the softest powder that they've ever felt, and I thought it's quite a big statement, but seriously, as soon as I felt this powder, it's just so finely milled, and it doesn't even feel like a powder. It feels like rubbing it on my skin right now, it just feels like a cream or like a serum kind of texture. There's no dryness to it, definitely. It's just really smooth, really beautiful. And the shade I got is in the lightest one, so 10 beige. This is what the powder looks like, and it has the Chanel embossing. And as I said before, what we're going to do is we're going to powder half of my face using the sponge and the other half using a brush. And also they said that because this powder is so finely milled, you can actually use this for under the eyes, because it's so like kind of thin in consistency. It wouldn't kind of distract the or emphasize the lines that you have under the eye area. So we're going to try that out today as well. So right now I'm going to put some concealer under the eye area because I don't want it to crease, and as I said before, I'll go ahead with the powdering, and also I'll put a bit of shading along the jawline here because it's a bit chubby, but I'll fast forward it for you guys. Stop the fast forwarding, but I just found out the sponge here is really special. There's actually two sides of this sponge. One side is like a velvety texture, the other side is more spongy. So what it says in the booklet is the velvety side is used for like during the day touch-ups where you want a lighter kind of lighter coverage. The spongier side is for when you want like a medium coverage to a fuller coverage. So if you want to apply it like in the morning when you want like a fresh face and kind of a fresh start to your morning, this is where the spongy side comes in. So it's really interesting because if you feel both sides is really different in texture. Like the velvety side does really feel like one of these velvet like cases you have from Chanel, and also the casing of this one is really different to the traditional Chanel casings as well. As you guys can see, it's more like of a matte finish. It doesn't have that velvety outing anymore. I guess it's great because it won't get dirty that much, and if it does get dirty you can just wipe it down. So today I think I'm going to go ahead with the spongy side for like a more fuller coverage, and let's see how we go. So this is the finished side, and as you guys saw, this half of my face is using the sponge, and all of the face is using the spongier side, and for under the eye area I opted to use the velvety side, which gave a kind of lighter coverage because I don't want too much powder for the under eye area. And one of the claims of this powder is it's luminous, so it promotes your own skin's luminosity, and also has technology that adheres to the face, so it's longer lasting on the face as well. And also one of the claims of this as well, it's whitening, so it has SPF 25, and also it blurs fine lines and wrinkles and pores as well. So it's kind of like an all-in-one powder, and this powder kind of promotes to like go through with you the all seasons of the year. So you can use this in summer, winter, spring, autumn, because it has that thermal protection within this powder. And also one of the things I found is when I use powder, I like to kind of pat the sponge into the product without kind of swiping it, because I find if you swipe it, it's kind of too much coverage and too much product on the sponge that goes into the pores of this sponge. And seriously, this sponge from Chanel, it's ultra soft and ultra luxurious. I don't know how Chanel made this, and I really want them to like kind of create them, like sell them in bulk so I can buy it, because it's really handy when you have this velvet side and when you have this spongier side, because you can use this as a brush, especially the velvety side. And also the application of this, when you're applying this powder, it does have a really soft, like elegant scent. And as you guys saw, as soon as I applied it with the spongier side, there is like coverage when you pat it on. So it's definitely like, I would say like a medium, light to medium coverage with this side when you pat it on really lightly. But if you go in like put a lot on your face, I'm pretty sure you can achieve that medium to high coverage. But that's not what I'm going for, because I have foundation, like liquid foundation underneath already. So we're going to test out this powder out and see how it lasts throughout the day. Today is actually quite humid, like outside is really hot. I think it's in the like 30 degrees, and I'm gonna be also like doing some housework as well and see how it goes. So one of my areas, you guys know, is my nose area, so I'll be looking for like any oils that come through my nose area first. I can't talk, but yes, I'll be looking for any oils that comes through my nose area, and I'll definitely update you guys after a few hours on seeing how this powder is performing. Can't talk today, I'm really sorry, but yes, this is the powder and this is what we're trying out today. Giving you guys a after 3-hour update. After about half an hour to an hour or so, I realized that under this eye the line has become really visible. So you guys can see on the camera that this eye the line is a lot more visible under compared to this one, even though there's a little bit of wrinkly under this eye. But this one is a lot more visible, and this eye is the one that we use the velvet side of the sponge. And also in terms of oiliness on the nose area, I find that both sides is very similar. I would even say this side where we put the where we use the spongy side, which is a bit more heavier coverage, it's a little bit like a touch more oilier compared to this side where we just use the brush. So I'm a bit confused, and I'm not sure if I need to go in with the blotting paper. Everywhere else looks still fine. Like this part of my cheeks looks a lot more matter compared to this side because we use the sponge side, which is a lot more heavier, but this side still has that luminous glow, like because it's a lot lighter coverage. But just my nose area here looks a bit like oily, and also this part where we used kind of the heavier coverage with the sponge, it looks a bit patchy. I want to like show you guys close up. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Can you focus on my nose? Yeah, like this part of my nose, it's kind of patchy. If you guys can see, it's definitely like oily as well, but there's just like a foundation patch there, which is really I'll say disappointing. Sorry, I'm so close to you guys. Just focusing back out. Come back to my face. Yeah, so this is my 3-hour update. Everywhere else looks like fine, just my nose area and that little patch on top of my nose, and also under the eye area. So that's my 3-hour update. Hi guys, I'm back for my final update. Right now it's about 7 hours after the initial makeup application, and you guys can see my nose is definitely a lot more oilier, and the patch I was saying on my nose area where it looked a bit powdery slash like foundation patchy, it's still there but a little less noticeable now. And also looking at like the both sides of my face, I find that the side I use this sponge with is definitely a lot more better in terms of this side of my cheek still looks a bit more matte compared to this side, and also it looks a lot more blurred and kind of refined and photoshopped, kind of all those good words, all those pretty words on this side of my face. But on this side it's like everything is more natural, more of your skin coming through. And I'll say for the under eye area, the creasing, you can definitely see the creasing. Like I find within the crease the concealer and the powder has kind of just disappeared. You can see the line a lot more. So I'll say if you want to use this powder for your under eye area, do go in with a brush. But overall I'll say this powder foundation will be great for girls who have normal to dry skin because it does have that hydrating property. For me personally, I'll probably still keep on using this powder, but for a all over face setting kind of purpose, because I do really like the finish on this side of my face with the sponge, because along my cheek here it still has that really nice kind of semi-matte finish and also like a really blurred out effect, which I really like. But yeah, overall oil control wise is not that great, so that thermal protect technology is not really working out for my nose. Yeah, so that's my overall thoughts on this foundation slash powder. If you guys have any further questions, please leave them down below. And also if you guys enjoy these kind of videos, or if you guys want me to review other products, please leave them down below as well. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe down there again. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, bye.